Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give our praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles, all the brothers doing the work, the 144,000 hopeful elect. And tonight I'm going to be finishing up with part 2 of exposing Hugh Hefner, right? So the reason I'm doing these videos is because I got into a conversation with somebody about R. Kelly, right? He was saying that R. Kelly was praised by so-called black people for what he did to those young girls, and I reminded him about Hugh Hefner, how he had the Playboy Mansion, and that he was basically prostituting his Playboy bunnies out to actors, and athletes, right? That in the Playboy Mansion parties, he would basically prostitute them out to men when they come to the parties to sleep with. He was basically a pimp, right? He was never charged, right? Let's get that. We're gonna get that in the scriptures about Esau Edom. He's never judged by his actions. So let's go here real fast, right? We're gonna read. This is Psalm 73, right? And we're gonna start at 5. All right, we're gonna read this. They are not in trouble as other men. This is talking about Esau Edom. Nor are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride serves as their necklace, violence covers them like a garment. Their eyes bulge with abundance. They have more than their heart could wish, and that's what Hugh Hefner had. He had a big mansion. He was a multi-millionaire. He had the Playboy magazine, right? And he was a multi-millionaire. And he had multiple women in his house, and he was never judged for it. Why? Because he Esau Edom. The earth was given to the hands of the wicked. All right, let's go to 8. They scoff and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walks through the earth. This is basically talking about Esau Edom. Therefore his people return here, all right, and waters of a full cup are drained by them. All right, and it's gonna go down to 11, and it says, and they say, how does God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Right? They question God, right? Because they think they are gods. Go to 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who are always at ease. See that? The increasing riches. They're talking about Esau Edom, and also Hugh Hefner. Surely I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocence. Right? And we'll just go to the video. I think I read enough on that, so we'll go here real fast and finish out this video.
That those acquaintances didn't always see what was happening behind closed doors. Multiple former employees and models allege that Hefner was constantly watching everyone in his orbit via hidden cameras and microphones. One of Hugh's ex-employees said, "Many of the girls wanted to tell you their problems, and that made us all very nervous. We had to be careful because we knew we were being monitored." In one throwback interview clip, Hefner himself admitted that he had video cameras hidden around his property. Sandra Theodore, who dated Hefner from 1976 to 1981, claimed that things were done to hush people up and to get them out of the way while she lived at the mansion. He had tapes on everyone. Tettenbaum, for his part, claimed that Hefner's team stopped him when he wanted to publish a book about his time in the Playboy world. "I got threatened," he alleged. "They said, 'You're not going to put this book out, or we can find you anywhere you go. You can't hide from us.' It was very frightening." Former cover model Charlotte Lewis claimed that even Hefner's wives weren't exempt from his surveillance policies, recalling an incident when she invited his second wife, Kimberly Conrad, over for lunch. She was not really allowed out of the mansion, Lewis claimed, so she arrived with a bodyguard who was constantly on his telephone to Mr. Hefner. "She's going up the stairs. She's going to the loo." Holly Madison described life at the mansion as cult-like, and she even went so far as to compare Hefner to Charles Manson. She said there were so many similarities with the way the girls followed everything he said, and we were all one big happy family. A photographer claimed that Hefner was fascinated by the Manson family and had somehow obtained home videos of the group that were filmed before their infamous 1969 murder spree.
See that? See what she said? She just said that he had tapes that nobody else had on Charles Manson. right? So how did he get that? Because he got that because he wanted the rich and powerful, and he's also an Edomite. So he followed the teachings of Charles Manson when he was dealing with his women and how it was a cult, right? So we we'll continue with the video. Uh, Continue with the video and finish it out. So let's go.
He claimed it was cult-like. He said the women had been groomed and led to believe they were part of this family. And he really did believe he owned these women. We had there were playmates that committed suicide. Holly Madison recalled that she considered suicide while living in the mansion. She said, I remember there was a point in time, a couple years in, after we had gone out and after we'd all been in the bedroom. Everybody was leaving and walking out, and I was in the bathtub, and I just wanted to drown myself. I just felt like I was in this cycle of misery. It's worth noting, however, that Hefner was also a vocal advocate for civil rights and free speech, and used his platform to support progressive causes and challenge societal norms. His legacy is definitely a complex one. I also found the inside scoop from PJ Maston, who was the bunny master in LA and Chicago at the Playboy clubs from 1972 through 1982. Her sole job as bunny master was to keep any potential problems or bad things that happen under wraps. She was the secret keeper. She's quoted saying, I worked in 6 clubs. Every club had a scandal. At least one, if not many more, she alleged. I had to keep my mouth closed if I wanted to keep my job. There was a lot of collateral damage within the Playboy organization. A lot. And the majority of the collateral damage is towards women. Some other dark moments in the Playboy Mansion history include the case of Bill Cosby, who was accused of sexual assault by multiple women, including former Playboy playmate Victoria Valentino. Valentino has claimed that Cosby drugged and raped her at a party at the mansion in 1970.
See, and that's what I was telling you about. See how he pimped out his women to the actors and athletes and stuff like that. So he knew what Bill Cosby was up to, right? Because he was used to it, right? He would send out his Playboy playmates to actors and athletes like that. He would send them out to basically to be sex workers and prostitutes for these guys. And he knew what was going on. He knew what they was either being drugged or whatever they did, or they went willingly to sleep with these actors and athletes and stuff like that. So let's go to I'll read this real fast. We'll go to Isaiah. And I'll read this real quick and we'll go to the next video. I got another video lined up. I think that's enough on that one. So we'll go to 29 real fast. And we'll go to 13. No, 15. Salakia, 15. Isaiah 29:15. It says, woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who sees us? And who knows us? And this is basically Hugh Hefner, right? He did all this stuff in secret and behind closed doors, behind the Playboy Mansion. And it says that they say, who sees us and who knows us? Surely you have have things turned around. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? For shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make me, right? And this is basically talking about Esau Edom. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked, right? They question God. It says he did. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? For shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make me? Or shall the thing formed say of him who formed it, he has no understanding, right? They question God in everything, right? They really don't believe in God. So that's basically what they're saying right there. So let's go to the next video, because I think that's enough on this one. So let's start the video.
And of Hugh Hefner's life, he picked Carissa and Christina to become his twin girlfriends. Allegedly, they even had to be intimate with Hugh at the same time. And Christina and Carissa have since revealed what life was really like in the Playboy Mansion, and the truth about what they went through is seriously dark and twisted.
No.
Their claims are unbelievable, and their allegations are seriously disturbing. Last year, a documentary series aired on the A&E network. In Secrets of Playboy, the women who lived with Hugh and had open relationships with him confessed shocking secrets. Carissa and Christina were memorable on The Girls Next Door for their young age and the fact that they were twins dating Hugh.
And they was 18 years old. I want you to remember that they was 18 years old dating a 80-something year old man. And was he really judged for it by the world? Why? Because like I just read you, they are not in trouble as other men. Let's get that. But like I said, it says they are not in trouble as other men, right? So pride serves as a necklace, right? So they was never in trouble. They was praised for it. Pride serves as their necklace. He was basically praised for having 18-year-old girlfriends as an 80-something-year-old man that wasn't pervy or nasty at all. Why? Because he's a so-called Edomite, right? They never judged by anything they do. So let's continue with the video.
Lifestyle of golden prison. She said that whenever she and Carissa broke Hugh's rules, 6 of his guards would drag the twins to their rooms and keep them locked up. But the real truth is even grosser than that. Both sisters claim that their arrangement with Hugh caused them emotional damage that was yet to heal. 13 years after they dated Hugh, Carissa and Christina alleged that they had been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. They called the Playboy lifestyle a cult, and Christina said, "You lose yourself being there." She also said,
See, there go another one that's the two girls that said it's like a cult. He was following after Charles Manson, right? And the wickedness of Charles Manson. He was basically a follower of Charles Manson and how he did his women. How Manson had his women under control. He basically followed the blueprint of that, right? So we'll go to we'll go here real fast. I want to read this. Alright, this is talking about Esau Edom. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present. Let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ornaments, like the Playboy Mansion. They had all types of wine, all types of drugs, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they are withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our youthfulness in every place. For this is our portion, see that, and our lot in this. Right? They was given the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. Let us oppress the poor righteous man, and let us not spare the widow, nor reference the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be law of justice, see that? And I was telling you earlier that Hugh Hefner was never charged for any of his crimes that he did with the women, right? How he treated the women in the Playboy Mansion, and never judged either. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us without offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgression of our education. Right? So I just want to read that real fast. And that's the mindset of Esau Edom. Right? So let's get back to the video.
hard. It's like being in prison. Christina even called it solitary confinement, and she admitted, "You're just broken." Although A&E said that all the allegations in the documentary series had remained unproven, shockingly, Carissa alleged that she became pregnant.
I didn't want him to want me to have it.
With Hugh's baby when he was 85 years old, and Carissa revealed the devastating truth that she had to end the pregnancy. But her alleged reason why sounds pretty cold. During an interview with Inside Edition's chief investigative correspondent Lisa Guerrero, Carissa claimed that she couldn't believe she got pregnant, and worse, she didn't want you to know. Lisa asked Carissa why she didn't tell you, and Carissa's explanation was unbelievable. She told Lisa she didn't want you to know she was pregnant because Carissa didn't want to feel even more stuck inside the Playboy Mansion bubble. Carissa also set the record straight on how creepy it was dating Hugh at the same time as her twin sister. After he wrote them a letter asking them to move to the Playboy Mansion, Carissa said it just started becoming a job right away. But on the night that the twins celebrated their 19th birthday, Carissa and Christina realized something far worse. They both said that was the night they realized, as Christina put it, what we got ourselves into. Before a shocking encounter took place in Hugh's bedroom, the twins alleged that Hugh took them clubbing. He bought them adult beverages, even though the twins were still 2 years young of the drinking age.
See that?
One of the OG girls
Right? So you talking about what Bill Cosby was doing. Look what Hugh Hefner was doing. Right? He took underage girls to get beer and all types of liquor and all that, and they was not of the age. I think you got to be like 21 or something like that to drink wine and beer at clubs and stuff like. But he brought them in and was never charged for doing this. He was giving them all types of drugs and all wines and all kind of beverages, adult beverages, and was never charged or brought up on charges for doing that with an 18-year-old. And you got to be at least 21 to drink in clubs and stuff like that. So, right, let us continue with the video.
next door was Kendra Wilkinson. The twins alleged that Kendra invited them to a party in Hugh's bedroom when they returned to the mansion, but Hugh already had a far more sinister plan in mind for the after party. He ended up alone in his room with the twins on their 19th birthday, and he allegedly offered Carissa and Christina a substance to ease their nerves. Shockingly, the twins alleged that Hugh engaged in intimate acts with both of them. Christina said that she and Carissa would never have agreed to that. Carissa confessed that she.
So you talking about what Bill Cosby was doing? He was doing the same thing. Like I said, he knew that Bill Cosby was drugging the girls because he was used to it. That's what he did. He drugged those two 18-year-old twin girls to have sex with them. But it's okay when Esau Edom, the so-called white man, do it because it's not a crime if he do it. But Bill Cosby and his so-called black man do it. It's a crime. He need to be put under the jail, right? He need to be lynched or anything else. He do it. But a so-called white man, Hugh Hefner, do it. Is no crime. So let's continue with the video.
Never forget what Hugh made her and her sister do with him on their 19th birthday. The twins' allegations make that night sound terrible. They even claimed that it was like being with their grandfather. And after it was over, Carissa and Christina claimed that Hugh said, my babies, love me. Carissa said that she and her sisters waited for Hugh to fall asleep. Then she claimed that she and Christina hit the shower. She said that the water was steaming hot and their skin was red from trying to sterilize themselves from what happened. Christina claimed, after that night, I didn't feel like my body was mine anymore. And she said she felt used and disgusted. Christina alleged that she and Carissa even caught a disease during an intimate act with Hugh. And shockingly, Carissa claimed that intimacy with Hugh was more like physical harm. She said that Hugh used control over her and her sister. And when the twins approached Hugh's assistant, Mary, looking for help to cure their transmittable disease.
Right. So basically, Hugh was passing out diseases like it was candy. Right. So he was basically passing out diseases like it was candy in the Playboy Mansion, and he was never charged for doing any of this. Right. He's still to this day loved by all the Americans about when they reminisce about Hugh Hefner when he was living, how he had the best life for Edomite, a so-called white man, having a house full of women, right, and passing them out like prostitutes, right. That's the highlight of Esau's life, right. So being wicked, the earth is getting to the hands of the wicked. Let's continue with the video.
He told them it was normal. At that point, the twins alleged that they vowed never to meet Hugh again. And even though the experience of ending the pregnancy was emotional, devastating for Carissa, she shockingly claimed that she was happy she did it. Carissa's excuse was she felt disgusting with her body at the time, and she said, I felt like there was something like an alien inside of me, and she just wanted to get it over with. In August 2010, the Girls Next Door reality show was officially over too. 6 months after Carissa and Christina told Hugh they were leaving the Playboy Mansion, they alleged that Hugh tried to strike a deal with them. He offered them both a weekly allowance, although they claimed it was half the amount he paid them before. Hugh wanted the twins to move into a bunny house outside the main mansion. Shockingly, Carissa and Christina initially agreed to this crazy proposal, but it didn't last long. After the twins left the Playboy bubble for good, Hugh went on to marry his third and final wife, Bristol Harris. It wasn't the life the twins imagined when they were going Christina. Before moving to Los Angeles, they lived in a Florida trailer park with their grandmother. After they broke up with Hugh, Carissa and Christina continued to work in the adult entertainment field. Several years ago, the twins signed a seven-figure contract with an adult agency called SARS. They starred in 2 televised series so far, and they're working on their brand as social media influencers. The twins also appeared on another reality show that wasn't adult-oriented. Shockingly, the reality show was botched. That's the show where plastic surgeons Paul Nassif and Terry Dubrow fix patients who have undergone bad cosmetic procedures. Carissa and Christina were on botch when they were 26 years old. They shockingly confessed to Paul and Terry that they each had 5 chest procedures before they were 25, and they'd spent $80,000 on their bad cosmetic procedures. Carissa and Christina also had nose jobs done with the same plastic surgeon. Paul and Terry could not believe the twins had no cartilage left in their nasal passages afterward. When Hugh passed away, the twins did something else unbelievable. They went on social media to mourn Hugh's passing. Christina and Carissa uploaded a photo dump of images with Hugh on Instagram and Twitter. They wrote, "Hep, you changed our lives and made us women." The twins even claimed they had so much fun and made so many memories they would never forget. Shockingly, the twins thanked Hugh for giving them a kind of love that not everyone gets to experience in life. If that's
Well, the thing about it is that he was rich. He was really rich, and they didn't have to work. They just sat in that house and were basically sex toys for Hugh Hefner, right? So the main point is they didn't have to work, and they was living in a mansion. So that's why they would praise him for basically using them like a sex doll, right? So they don't have to work, and they can live a lavish lifestyle living in a mansion. So that's why they would praise him after his death, right? So Esau Edom, he's never judged, even though he committed crimes with these 2 twins. They still praise him to this day. So let's finish this video, and we'll go to subscriptions and I close out.
sounds crazy, the twins revealed a different truth last year. In February 2022, around the time that Secrets of Playboy was airing, Carissa and Christina alleged that they were relieved that Hugh passed away. Although they also claimed to be sad, they were more thankful because to them, Hugh's passing meant he could no longer harm other women and ruin their lives like the twins allege Hugh did to them. But do you believe the twins really mourned Hugh's passing in 2017? Did they tell the real truth in the Secrets of Playboy documentary? Should they have left the mansion earlier? Let me know in the comments below.
And the reason they didn't leave the mansion earlier because they, like I said before, they were living an easy lifestyle, right? So we'll go to Job, right, real quick, and I'll finish out the video. Go to Job, and we'll go here. Read a little bit of this. This is Job 34. 34 and 21. Right? We'll read this, then we'll go to something else. Right? Alright. For his eyes are on the ways of man, and he sees all his steps. There is no darkness nor shadow of death where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves, right? And that's the workers of iniquity was Hugh Hefner. For he need not further consider a man that he should go before God in judgment. He breaks in pieces mighty men without inquiry, and set others in their place. Therefore he knows their works. He overthrows them in the night, and they are crushed. He strikes them as wicked men in the open sight of others. See that? Because they turned back from him and would not consider any of his ways. And we'll go to Isaiah. Just want to read that real fast. We'll go to Isaiah and I'll close out the video real quick and read a little bit of this. And that'll be the video. We'll go to Isaiah 47. Alright. And we'll read this. 47 and... Alright, we'll start at 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground without a throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for you shall be no more called tender and delicate. And this is judgment on Babylon, aka America. Take the millstone and grind meal. Remove your veil, take off the skirt, and uncover the thigh. Pass through the rivers. Your nakedness shall be uncovered. Yes, your shame will be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not arbitrate with a man. Right, so All right, 5. Sit in silence and go into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for you shall no longer be called the lady of kingdoms. All right, so we'll go to all right, we'll go to 7. And you said, I shall be a lady forever, so that you did not take these things to heart, nor remember the latter end of them. Therefore, hear this now, you who are given to pleasures. See that? Who dwell securely, who say in your heart, I am, and there is no one else beside me. And that's what Esau Edom says about his life and his kingdom that he ruled that's coming to an end. I shall not sit a widow, nor shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon you in the fullness, because of the multitude of your sorcery. See that? The multitude of your sorceries that Hugh Hefner had a cult like status in this Playboy mansion with the women, right? These was the sorceries for the great abundance of your enchantment. See that? All right, we'll go to 10. For you have trusted in your wickedness. You have said, no one sees me, and that's what Hugh Hefner said when he was alive, right? But the Lord seen everything he did. Your wisdom and your knowledge have warped you, and you have said in your heart, I am, and there is no one else beside me. Therefore evil shall come upon you, and you shall not know from where it arises. And trouble shall fall upon you, and you will not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon you suddenly, which you shall not know. Right? So we'll read down to 12. Stand now with your enchantments and the multitude of your sorceries, and whence you have labored from your youth. Perhaps you will be able to profit. Perhaps you will prevail. You were wearied in the multitude of your counsels, and let now the astrologer and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save you from what you shall come upon you. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. See, that's a nuclear destruction that's coming to Babylon, aka America, right? They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. It shall not be a coal to be warmed by, nor a fire to sit before. All right, 15. Thus shall they be to you with whom you have labored, your merchants from your youth. They shall wander, each one to his quarter. No one shall save you. See that? And no one shall save the wicked of Esau Edom, Hugh Hefner, right? Which is in the spirit world, right? He'll receive his punishment, right? When he's most likely will be brought back in slavery when the Lord returns and he put down Esau Edom and put them in slavery for 1,000 years. He'll be birthed back into slavery as a slave for 1,000 years, then be put away with forever. That's the judgment on Esau Edom. Right, with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles, all the brothers doing the work, 144,000 hopeful elect. All right, shalom, shalom.